Hi, everybody. Welcome to Eating Peace this week. So, how are you all doing? The time of this recording, this live video here, it is the middle of the COVID virus 2020 time when many people are at home, and that might be a big lifestyle change. The quantity of time that you're spending at home is a lot greater than it once was. If you're like me and my kind of job, I'm actually home the same amount of time as I ever was, because here I work at home and I work with clients and groups all the time, all day long on Zoom. So not much has changed with that perspective, but that's rare. There's a lot of people where there's been a lot of changes, and people have been writing and saying that with all the activity at home, even if they're working from home, and that there's things that they appreciate about that. There you are with your laptop and your computer, and you might have even been given different equipment, who knows? Or maybe even you're actually out of work. You don't have work right now, and you're at home. Day-to-day life is quite different. So here we are with this eating thing that we're studying. It's a powerful thought that you can actually question, that might be something you've noticed, you've thought forever for many, many years, and without question, without any doubt that it's true. And that is, you shouldn't eat something right now. You shouldn't eat that thing. So just watch what happens when you believe, I shouldn't go get something to eat. You have the impulse to go get something to eat. You know you actually aren't hungry. I can't tell you how many notes I've gotten from people that this is happening right now. And then people have even sent me some of the funny memes that are out there. Some of them I know are not so funny because we're responding to something that's a pull, like that craving pull, that difficulty. And then all the incredible resistance and tension that we've noticed for years happening. Like, I don't want that pull. I don't want to eat it. I've just got to, I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to think about it, And the next thing you notice, there you are, somehow made your way into the kitchen again, into the pantry. So this might seem a little bit counterintuitive or something interesting to question, because we really, really believe I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't eat anything. And I shouldn't eat particular foods at the moment. I shouldn't eat that food. Let's take that through inquiry, because sometimes that very belief alone is so strong and such a barrier that it almost creates some counter, like things that are in this cognitive dissonance, the things that are under the surface, will rise up to fight that thought. And, you're being a dictator to yourself. I shouldn't eat that. Very interesting to wonder, why shouldn't I eat it? Often, one of the very first things that people will answer about why they shouldn't eat it is because it will make them, the incredible seriousness we hold with my body needs to be a certain way for me to be acceptable. And almost the stronger that is, the more stressful. But here we are noticing this thought, I shouldn't eat that. Okay, question number 1. Is that actually true? What? Of course it's true. I believe that. I've known that. I have known it since I was 8 years old. That's when I found out sugar is really bad for you and you should never, ever eat it. For me in my life, when I was 10, my mother got breast cancer, and everything in our house changed. All the foods in all the cupboards and everything completely changed. And we had lots of things were thrown away, and we never, ever had them again. And there was a fair amount, understandably, of fear and anxiety about certain kinds of foods and how dangerous they were. You can hold that with sort of trusting and honoring and respecting evidence, but it gets very dramatic in the head, very, very frightening, terrifying. Everything, the motivation is like fear. Don't do that because something terrible will happen. I will get a disease or I will get fat. I will get a disease or I will get fat. Just noticing the intensity, the severity of that. So it seems true. It seems true. Scientists have proven it. Can you absolutely know that it's true with no shadow of a doubt that you shouldn't eat something in that moment, especially if you are eating it? Because what's the reality? You're eating it. You can notice the battle that's happening. Notice the body isn't wanting food in the moment, or it is possible the body actually does need some food in the moment, but you're trying to repress that or change it up, or you believe it's better to be hungry and never good to be full. I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't eat that ever, ever. What happens when you believe it? What happens when you believe it? Just noticing the stress of it. So we're not noticing the light version of the thought. It's like the feeling behind this thought. We're not noticing, oh, hey, wow, I found out I shouldn't eat dirt. Oh, right. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not going to eat it. Or food. Wow. Gosh, I didn't know I shouldn't eat that. I didn't know that's what it was made out of. That's what it was causing. It's okay to find that out, but it's not like this dread, almost like a moral thing. You are a bad person. You shouldn't want to even ever do that. You're evil if you do. And just notice the thoughts and what it feels like when you're believing that thought. And it's very, very stressful. Have you told yourself that you shouldn't eat that particular way? I shouldn't eat it. I shouldn't eat it. Sometimes it grows it bigger in your mind. Wow, I'm just dreaming of that thing. Other people can eat it. Maybe it's okay to eat a little bit of it. But no, I would like the hidden feeling, the shame about it. I must hide it. And you might scare yourself with images about what will happen when you eat it, if you eat it. The disease, the weight gain, the shame. You will be a person who's greedy. You will be gluttonous. Just watching what's wrong with me. How you think about yourself, how you're treating yourself when you believe, I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't eat it. Shameful. I've never found shame to actually be a motivator into greater peace, into a peaceful, easy life. It makes things hidden, but not more loving, more kind. So, beautiful question 4. Who would you be without the story, I shouldn't eat that thing? I shouldn't eat that type of food. I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't eat anything right now. Who would you be without the thought? Some of us will say, but I need to keep the thought. Otherwise, I'll eat constantly. I'll just stand at the counter with the cupboard door open and I'll be eating and eating and eating. Unless I have this thought yelling at myself not to eat it, I'll just it'll be never ending eating. What a way to look at yourself. Are you sure that's true? I was shocked to find it being in touch with the body, feeling the presence of this body, noticing even just a little bit, surprisingly less than we think is necessary. I'm aware I actually don't want it right now. If I'm well nourished and I'm fed and I'm not starving myself, there's no need to say I shouldn't eat it. I just notice I don't. It's so much kinder. And there's something that does live that I'm built with, that I was born with and has never left, that I can access, that is ready to bring the body into it and take care of myself and watch this mind that gets so heavy. Talk about weight, heavy and rule bound and mean and backbreaking. That it's hard to follow the rules. No wonder we want to break out of them, like a teenager, break free from that. But even more than that, even more than just a teenager rebellion, just a sense of there has to be another way. Who would you be without that thought? I'd be wondering if there was another way, that I shouldn't eat it. Pausing, allowing my body to be as it is, wondering. Maybe my attention begins to turn to something else besides food and eating, watching other emotions be here. Maybe even going through something uncomfortable in my emotional. So let's turn it around. I should eat it, especially if I am. Simple opposite. I should eat it. I should eat it if I'm thinking the thoughts that I'm thinking. I should eat it because it provides a little bit of something, distraction. It's got a medicine to it or something that seems to work temporarily. I should eat it because I get to notice that it doesn't work fully the way I would like it to work. It's not really what I want. I should eat it because there's something here that is a genuinely in balance and trying to reach balance. My mind is I shouldn't um, think it. I shouldn't eat it with my mind. Now, my mind shouldn't be eating it. It shouldn't eat me. It shouldn't eat me. I like that one. Thoughts are eating me, not I shouldn't eat it. It's something sort of, I love noticing whatever the me is. Could there be a me that's the center of this one, but that's very expansive and not necessarily all about me and my appearance and my perspective and my personality, but something that's overriding an inner me that is always of balance, that thing that I was born with, that knows what balance is. And so it knows something's really off when I have a craving running. And it shouldn't eat me. Sometimes these are feelings, emptiness, the weirdness of being at home, nervous about where this is going, feeling a little boxed in. I shouldn't think that. I could question those thoughts, other stressful thoughts about what the future is going to be like, what today is like. Is it really as empty as I think it is? Sometimes that emptiness, just a sense of emptiness, disturbing us, disturbing the mind, and then wanting to go fill the emptiness, which is pretty natural. Can I notice food isn't really the satisfying thing that I actually want? Stay present, stay close, connected to all the feelings, and just watch and notice it's all in the mind, lots of images. How is it okay? Comfortable, very safe. My favorite rug on the floor. Gentle afternoon. Just noticing what's safe and comfortable and not necessary, that how I'm supported, nurtured, okay right now as things are. So I shouldn't eat it. I should. I shouldn't think it. It just takes the load off of that incredibly heavy burden of holding a rule book, like a religion about what should and shouldn't be happening. And freedom without that story. Lots of wonderful freedom. So just allowing things to be quieter and more balanced and seeing what else is here. Becomes much whiter without the thought, I shouldn't eat it. Then there's like a big spotlight, an emergency spotlight on one thing. And maybe it's okay to eat something, but to relax. Closed eyes, sit down, tell your craving, like lie down like a little puppy dog and just take a seat for a moment, 60 seconds. Say, oh, that's nothing. That'll not, that won't reduce the cravings. You could be shocked on the little amount that it takes to just be willing and open to sitting with yourself for a moment without following, without having a should or shouldn't, just being open hands to whatever is. So Let me know how it goes. Take good care. Deep breath. Taking in the air. Lots of love.